Okay, so today is July 11th of 2024, and let's go over the daily outlook here. Um, so yesterday was interesting, but not surprised because it happened uh, before the day started. I did say that we did have this immediate rebalance here, and then price drew higher after that. The one thing I didn't expect was for the retracement to be that shallow, but it makes sense now. Um, Yeah, it definitely makes sense now. So that's good. Um, and so yesterday, one of the things I did is I did take a short from here, from literally this high until consequent encroachment, was just right in this area right there for a gain of I think it was about 35 points um, with a couple of contracts. So yeah, had that win, and into the afternoon, Um, I did see the price drew higher afterwards, which is good because, like I said, once price touches your yeah, this was discount of the 15-minute dealing range. Once price touched that, price reversed again, ran this low, and then price reversed, and then into the afternoon we had this move. But like I always say, when you have moves like this, or when you have a clear move up or a clear move down, you have to wait for structure, and that's exactly what I did yesterday. I did not trade any of this move um, because again, I don't trade anywhere between 11 to 13:30. After 13:30, you got to figure out what structure looks like, and then take a shot if there is something. So I come into the day at 13:30, and I notice that price has already cleared all of these highs up here. Same thing here. I've seen that price has already cleared up these highs, and we are at all-time highs. So there's nothing on the 15 minute. So I drop over to the 5 minute. Actually, no, not 15 minute, 60 minute. Trying to do this quick. Right. So I don't see anything on the 60 minute, but then I zoom into the 15 minute, and I notice here that we have an order block right here, and this is the 13:30 order block. So we jot these down. There we go, much better. Okay, so we jot these down. We jot these down into here, and I'm expecting for price to hold above these if we are still bullish. So let's zoom into the 5 minute. There it is. Okay, right. So we have an order block here. So I'm expecting for price to do that. And what happens afterwards? Once I connect to the data, you'll see um, um, was put in. I waited for price to offer me an entry into the the gap on the higher time frame. Um, and yeah, price swept this low, created a 1 minute change in the state of delivery, market structure shift. But as soon as price did that, I did not get in. I waited for price to sweep lower time frame low, which it did on the 1 minute, and then price drew higher, covered into the highs, and obviously price continued to draw higher after that. So what am I looking for today? Price did close at the highs, um, so I'm not looking for any. What do you call that? So I'm not looking for any shorts just yet. I'm still looking for continuation higher. Um, and if during the pre-market, what I want to see is I want to see consolidation. I want to see consolidation above the high, or around the high, with equal highs. And then if price has done that without running those highs first, draws lower first, I'd like to get in there for a continued move higher. But yeah, that's where we stand right now. That's my idea. That's what I want to see. If price did that, if price didn't do that, then I'll look for other possibilities. But let's go ahead and connect the data here. And as you can see, I had all of these drawings done already, so we'll see. You'll be able to see a more clear understanding of why I took these trades into the afternoon. Yep, here it is. Okay, so looks like price already ran this high. Price already ran this high out as well. So we're gonna make these the draw, and we are drawing a gap. I don't expect this gap to close because price is too far away. Same here, price is too far away, so I don't expect these gaps to close. Um, so you know what? Let's go ahead and get rid of these. Let's go ahead and get rid of these as well. That way we're fresh. All right, here. So let's make this our first draw. First draw. Okay, so we get a break above previous day high, break above previous day high. So I don't see anything on the daily. Let's go over the 40, the 4 hour. Okay, so the fact that you have this really long wick, I like that, because if we continue to see wicks on the 60, 15, and 5 minute, then I will expect for those wicks to get ran eventually today, or I don't know, maybe tomorrow or whenever. But if there's a setup, then I'd like to target those. So we do have a run into this gap here. We do have a run. We have no run into this, but we do have relative equal lows. I'd be highly surprised if these lows get ran through. Uh, okay, because again, we do have this right here holding price. Okay, here we don't have that yet. We have a 53.25 low, 53.25 low as well. Actually, 53. Okay, so we got a higher high here, lower high here, higher low. But nothing as of yet here on the 4 hour. So let's zoom into the 60 minute. Okay, there we go. And as you can see here, this is what I was talking about. This is the gap I was looking at yesterday when price drew in, and it's all making sense. All right, so this is the gap I'm paying attention to today as well as yesterday, because this is where price ran. And as you can see here in London, did the same thing. Okay, so I'm not gonna move this. Actually, let's just give it a look to see what price did. Okay, so this I'll continue. I'll watch this one. Um, and as you can see, we are drawing higher from here. Okay, and here we are drawing a high as well. So yeah, currently we do have SMT at the lows. Okay, and I do like the fact that they are within same time frame, same session. Asia low, New York low, Asia low, New York low, and price already ran London. London staying above this gap over here. So we're building something here. Let's take a look at the 15. All right, so price is still holding within this gap right here, within this block, order block. So I'll just leave this here as well. So price may come back down to retest this area to see if price wants to continue higher. This one we didn't do it as much. Is there a dealing range? Let's take a look. So I'm using the same concept I used yesterday for the long to get long again today if the opportunity presents itself. I don't want price to break these lows, because if it does, then my trade ID is invalid. right, and we do have a new dealing range. This is the current dealing range over here. So at this point, I don't want any new dealing ranges. Let's keep drawing here. All right. Right, so this is the current dealing range on both SMTs at the lows. So naturally, the draw are the highs. And like I said, I do want these highs ran because we do have a rather large wick at the highs. The only problem with this concept would be that if price runs these lows and closes below this block, then that would be a change in the state of delivery, and I don't want to get short at this at these highs. So there's really no way I'd take a trade at that price range with the objective being the lows. It's just too the odds are not in my favor in that aspect. So I'm not looking to short at this at this point really. So there's not really much to do on the on a short idea. I'm not looking to take anything. Yesterday I did jot down some standard deviations, which is why I took that trade. But I'll show you here as we zoom in longer. But anyways, as it stands right now, I do want this area to hold if prices to sweep one more time and then draw higher, because what I want to see is I want to see this. Let's see here. Actually, no, it's not this right here. This is the dealing range. There we go. Okay, so I'd be comfortable if this dealing range was violated, and then for the draw higher. Same thing with this one. Actually, no, this one I'd like for price to hold within this gap over here, because as it stands right now, this is high resistance, and when you have high resistance with a sweep, price is likely to hold. And if price draws higher from here without coming back down here, what I'll do is I'll wait for price to draw above discount or equilibrium of this range. Then I'll wait for structure, and then once I see structure, I'll get into it. But I'm not seeing any opportunity here as of yet. Here it is. Okay, so here we had a fake change in the state of delivery, and as you can see, we voided that bearish CISD as soon as price got above here, and as you can see here, price is holding still. So if this low gets violated, that's fine for me. I'm looking for a reversal. I'm looking for the draws to still be the highs. So let's take a look at what I was talking about yesterday. So yesterday, so that's where we stand right now. Let's just go over this one real quick. That way I have them for my records. So yeah, this is the order block I was paying attention to yesterday. When I came online, 1330 right here, I had just seen this, so I was like, all right, if price is still bullish, then it's gonna hold. So what do? I wait. I wait for price to break a clear swing low. There you go. Okay. Here is the order block. Price draws higher. Now we have a swing low with where you have a lower high on both sides, and and price closes below. Then price draws above. So now we have something. We have a swing high, swing low. Price runs the swing high, then price runs the swing low. So what does that mean? That means that this is the new dealing range on the lower time frame into an order block. Price holds, and I'll show you what happens here. at this time, I see something similar on the 5 minute here. Obviously, you can't see it here, but this is the order block I was referring to. Order blocks holding, order blocks holding. You can't see it here, but you'll see it. So let's go over to the 1 minute. Oh, and this just happens to be a 1 hour gap. So I'm paying attention to the higher time frame PD arrays. Okay, here it is. Here is the breaker. So what do? I wait for price to come back down. I jump in uh, one contract here. Price tries to draw higher, and then what happens? Price comes back down. Is still within the breaker, still holding above this order block, which just happens to be a consequent encroachment, is right here. But obviously, price does not come down onto here. It actually comes down into 25% of the range, which would be uh, yeah, 25% of these order block range. And I actually add here. Why didn't I add here? I didn't add it because there was no displacement higher. Here you have displacement higher, but if you zoom out into the 5 minute, you'll see a gap here. So I jump in a couple more contracts here. I cover some into here and the rest into here on this area right here, because setting standard deviations will tell you that there you go. There it is. Why am I looking these things? Yep, here it is. So one standard deviation is right here at 5675, which is where I covered the rest. So we're still watching price, and I noticed that price has yet to break this low, whereas here price broke the low. That is SMT. So what happens in the 1 minute here? With this being the new daily range, price draws higher, draws a couple IFBGs, draws an FBG here, draws a swing low here, and then what does price do after? Draws higher. I jump in right here and I look for price to draw higher. Covered one contract here, got scared out of one here, and then put the rest one for break even. But thankfully, it did not come below equilibrium. Price draws higher, and I cover into here. Obviously, price did, draw a lot higher after that. Almost, yeah, about a half, yeah, half deviation higher, but obviously I didn't get that. We didn't get that, and I just covered into here. So this right here is a market maker buy model where you have first stage, second stage, reversal, first stage, second stage, run, and that was it for yesterday. Um, so today, like I said, I'm looking for my draw remains being the highs. There's no reason to be short on any of this unless price displaces lower and like closes down here. If that does, then like I said, I want to see price close below this area. Same thing here. I want to see price close below this area for me to get interested. And even so, I still wouldn't short anything because we do have various areas of order blocks here that price held before price did make this the big move up. And like I said, I see this big wick over here, and I do expect these wicks to get ran. If not today, then maybe sometime next week. And we don't have expansion overnight. We have consolidation overnight. So the next stage would be manipulation and then expansion again. Or if the manipulation is down here, I would not like for this low to get broken. If it does, then my traded D is void, and I'll look to trade another opportunity when there's enough structure. And that's what I meant about structure. Obviously, here on the 5 minute, you can't see it. Same thing here, you can't see it. But if you zoom, actually on the 5 minute, you can't see it here. Here you can't see it. But if you zoom into the 1 minute, you see the same fractal that I just showed you on the 5 minute. So yeah, all this week I was expecting relative equal lows to get ran, and here it did, and then drew higher after that. Here it didn't. So given the uh, given the price action, I wouldn't be surprised if these relative equal lows do not get ran. Again, only if price displaces lower, then I would not be yeah, then I'd probably see that. Let's see here. So yeah, we do have a swing low here, um, and we have a swing low here on the 5 minute. Okay. If prices to continue higher, let's go ahead and put this one. This is still technically a gap. It's not an inverted yet, at least not until price closes above this area. So that's why I'm coloring it green. So again, we do have a swing low. Swing low. So I'd like one of these to get ran, whether it's here or here. There's still no lower time frame SMT. So we do have SMT on the higher time frame. That's first stage. Same thing here. We do have SMT at the higher time frame. So now I'm looking for lower time frame SMT. Because when you see that, when those two things happen, that's when price is likely to start or kick in a buy model, buy program. That's what I mean. But yeah, let me disconnect from data, and I'll see you at 10 o'clock. I'll still be talking though. But until then, I'll just continue to leave this here. I don't want to trade the 0930 open, not today, because it might be too volatile. So I'll wait until 10 o'clock macro. So until then, let me just put this down as an old low. And I'll put this one down as an old low as well. There we go. So yeah, I'd like this low to get violated. Yeah, I'd like this low to get violated because, like I said, if price runs the lows and displaces lower, closing lower, then that would make this 15-minute rejection block right here. Well, I don't really trust it that much. Yeah, I don't really trust this thing that looks like a rejection block just yet. At least not until I see displacement lower. And what I mean by displacement, to truly sell me on that, maybe even all the way down here. We do have a higher time frame dealing range, but I don't think that's a factor as of now. But let me, you know what? Let's go ahead and add it anyways. Oh, never mind. This is the dealing range in the 1 hour. Price ran this low and this high, so this is a dealing range. Here, not so much. Actually, maybe already, but I wouldn't call these swing high and swing lows. This one is more defined. This one, not so much. So I won't trust it as much. But let's take a look at this one over here. See where price is. I bet you price is holding above extreme premium. Yep, there we go. Okay, so price has been consolidating below extreme premium. So I would suspect, and I can actually lock this one because it'll be. It might take all day for these highs to get ran. So I think the better idea would be if price continues higher and starts consolidating here. I'd like to wait to see what price does after 1330. Yep, that's it right there. Okay. All right. Again, one violated, and then price start drawing higher after that. If it doesn't happen, then that's fine. Um, No short ideas today. Uh, yep, no short ideas. Let's see here. Here we go. So we do have an order block here. We do have an order block here on the 4 hour. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if this one gets ran, but not all the way down to here, just into here. This one, it's not as clear though on the 4 hour, so I'll stick to the 60 minute. These consecutive down close candles are the order block, so we'll see if price holds. Let's go ahead and draw consequent encroachment here on the bodies. It's getting a little too what's the word? Yeah, starting to look like a Jackson Pollock painting. So I won't add anymore. I want to see what price does here. This one I'm not going to write it because I don't consider it. These aren't order blocks. This is the order block right here because these have 3 consecutive down closed candles and are overlapping all of these candles. So once again, maybe one more round down. As you can see here, we have the open above consequent encroachment of this gap. So if I see a huge wick, that's fine to me. I want to see a quick. I want to see a 5 minute entry today. I'm not taking anything on the 1 minute. The only time I'll zoom into the 5 minute would be if I see a setup on the 5 minute, and I'll use the 1 minute to enter and to enter my trade. But as it stands right now, I don't see much structure for me to be overly sold. I just want to see what I want to see with the sweep of the lows, and then for price to draw higher after that. So if that doesn't happen, then no trade. And if price continues to draw higher, I'd like for price to hold above this area right here. I want price to hold above this area so I can continue to see price draw higher after we see enough structure after the 1330 open. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll be back at 9:45. Actually, yeah, 9:45. All right, 1 second. Okay. All right. So, wait. Let me make sure my microphone. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So we do have we got something here. Well, not anything actually. Um, so I drew this line here, and I drew this line here. Actually, I should draw this line here as well, because like I said earlier, to me this, yeah, to me this is low resistance. So I would not be surprised if this area holds. Uh, this area breaks. I mean, technically here we do have high resistance, but I'm more looking at these lows as yeah, I'm more looking at these lows. But if price runs this low, then and the setup occurs, I will be less, I guess you can say, less inclined to take a full position, because what I want to see is I want to see this dealing range get violated and then for the reversal to occur. This one, I don't care if this low gets violated, but I would not like for price to sweep this low. And if price does, then I'm hands off. I'm not trading. I'm not gonna take any trades because again, price could reverse here, and that's fine to me. But I would like for the reversal to occur and then for more structure. I want to see more structure for me to want to take along if these lows are taken. So yeah, let's take a look and see what price did during the open. And then we have 2 minutes until the macro opens. So let's just see. And again, if price immediately drew higher, then I'm hands off until the afternoon sessions. I think I might need to start. There we go. Never mind. Okay, so we are getting. Okay, perfect. All right, awesome. All right, so we do have a run this low. Okay, tiny run. I still like it. I don't. The fact that we didn't displace lower is a good sign. So I'm just watching that still. This one we are still holding above. Still holding above. Okay, I like it. All right. Yeah, we only ran a few ticks into that. Kind of like where is it? Right here. A few ticks in, price drew higher into the highs. So let's just take a look and see what price wants to do afterwards. The 5 minute, let's take a look at the 5 minute. And again, this dealing range was violated. So now that's a new dealing range. I'm not going to change that just yet. Again, I want this dealing range to remain. So that's a good thing for now. So we do have this down close candle, which could be the order block. So what do I want to see? I want to see price draw higher, close above this area, and then I'd like to get in. Notice how this one only drew into consequent encroachment into discount of this range. Actually, no, that's not discount of the range. Um, so I'd like to catch a move. Now, the only way I would be willing to even, yeah, if I see a setup here, I might look into getting along. I'll first cover into this one because this is equilibrium. So a lot of times what will happen is price will draw higher, take out this liquidity pool, and then draw lower after that. Okay, so what do I want to see? I want to see a draw high. Let's take a look. Actually, I won't look at the 1 minute just yet. I want to see price close above here. And we have this low here. So this trade, well, this setup, the way price looks reminds me a little of yesterday, where price created a high, low, broke that high, and then drew lower, running these lows into turtle soup so you could get long. So that's what I'm looking for right now. But I want to see displacement higher. We did close below this gap here, and price is now drawing lower. So I'm hands off for now. We're not creating a gap here. That's not necessarily good nor bad. That just tells me that, wait, okay. If this low gets ran, that's fine with me. And if price continues to draw higher from here, that's fine as well. I'm just not looking to enter a trade at the moment. Still watching. So this one got violated. So we are technically on a sell setup here. If I were in this trade, I would have waited for price to close below this, which it did, and price drew into consequent encroachment of this gap, and then started drawing higher after lower after that. And if you wanted to target the lows, then this would have been the low to cover your position at. We just ran these relative equal lows, so still no entry for me. Again, I'm looking for higher price action. I'm not looking for lower price action. So I want to see how this 1 hour closes here within the next hour. Again, I'm not interested in shorts today because, yeah, I'm not interested in shorts. All right, that's fine. I always forget these things. And that's actually a bad thing that I am forgetting them. Let's go ahead and clean that up first. All right, so I'll get rid of this one right here. Okay, so yeah, this is technically displacement, but again, I want to see how price closes on the 1 hour. So let's go ahead and get rid of this one because it's already been violated. Where is midnight? Midnight is right here. Yep, that's midnight. Actually, no, that's not midnight. Okay. And 0830 is right here. Okay, so if I'm bullish, we are at a premium at the moment, at a discount, at a very cheap price. So until then, until I see more structure, I'm just waiting. I'm not touching anything. And we don't have this SMT anymore, so I can get rid of that. Okay, I can also, yep, this I can hold. Okay, yeah, so I do like ES. Okay, I like it. I like that we're returning back into this gap over here. Let's see what it's doing in the 4 hour. Okay, so we are holding, yep, right above 50% of the range. I want to see price close above here. So let's see here on the 16-minute. All right, so I want to see price close above that because I want this whole range to get ran through. Again, okay, now this right here is a rejection block, but since my bias is bullish still, Um, I'm still looking for higher price action. So on this 30 minute, on this 60 minute, you see how up here we wicked into these? I want to see what happens here in about 5 minutes. If I see a bullish move and we close above this area, then I'll be interested in getting long somewhere. See here we opened and closed above consequent encroachment as well, so I'm still holding here. We ran these lows, so I'll keep this one here. We ran old lows here, so I'll keep this one there as well. We ran these relative equal lows. Okay, so we're good for now. This dealing range remains. Like I said, I wanted this dealing range to remain, and this dealing range to get violated, and that's exactly where we're getting thus far. All right, so here on the 15 minute we have, okay, we'll just keep watching. All right, so we have something here. Price is drawing lower, and we did close above constant encroachment of this gap right here. That's kind of like what I want to see. Over here we barely touched it, and then we drew lower from there. So 3 more minutes. I want to see where this closes. Everybody that got long up here is now underwater, so they're either covering. So all these sellers are covering into the buyers here, and as you can see, we are getting a pretty hefty move back up. I think what would be best if price closed above extreme discount here, and if price does do that, then um, then that's a bullish sign to me. We are closing above this old low here. Good stuff. And this is the 5 minute I'm looking at. If price closes above this, or once price closes above this, then I want to start looking for an entry long. But again, on the 1 minute, I'm pretty sure there's a setup, but I'm not looking to take any 1 minute setups today. I'm looking for my probabilities to be high. So we still do have SMT here. Okay, minute and a half more. And again, I want to see price close above this area. And we do have, technically we do have a 3 bar pattern, which is price ran this low, and now we have this low. But I'm still waiting. So if we get another run lower, that's fine. But what I'm looking for a close above on the 5 minute. And what I'll risk is, if this becomes the order block, the final order block, I'll look to take off my position. If I'm wrong, I'll look to take off the position if price closes below consequent encroachment of this order block. So I'm still watching. About 10 more seconds. Again, we are getting the close that I want to see. All right, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so we do have a close above here. So now let's take a look at the 1 minute, see if there's something. Okay, we do have something here. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. All right, so as a starter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in here at 51. And I'll be risking what? Here we go. We do have this order block. All right, so let's go ahead and take take one here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we do have an immediate rebalance here. Actually, no, it's not an immediate rebalance. Let's put it right here at the body. There we go. Oh no, it looks like we're not going to get it. You know what? Let's stick to the entry that I want. Okay, perfect. Now, if I get stopped out, then too bad. But as it stands right now, this is my entry, and I'm looking to take my stop if price closes or starts closing below here. I wouldn't mind seeing wicks. That's fine. And I wouldn't mind seeing, I would like for this gap to remain open. Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. Looks like we're getting something here. I want to see displacement. So if this really is the reversal, then I want to see displacement higher. I don't want to see price come back into this area. And we are holding below extreme discount here, which is fine. I'm still watching. And where am I looking to cover? I'm looking to cover up here. Because again, this right here to me is a liquidity pool. And a lot of times what will happen is liquidity pools will, if let's say for some reason price is bearish, the liquidity pool will act as a sweep, and then price will reverse at that area if price is bearish still. But as it stands, we are still bullish here. So I'm looking to cover into this area. Still watching. I want to see this old low act as support. Come on. There we go. All right, we are getting some sort of displacement. All right, perfect. I'll just keep drawing higher here. Yeah, I want to see all of these areas hold. If we close above this area right here, then that makes this a breaker. So that might I might be more inclined to hold. We do have a tiny gap here, so I don't know if this will act as a support. Again, I don't want price to come and close below here. If it does, then I got to get out, and I'll look to enter at another time. Okay, we might sweep this because this is technically right here. This is technically a 1 minute swing low. So if we get a sweep and then we draw higher from here, that would be nice. And we are drawing higher from here on the 5 minute. It looks like we are going to close here. So if after the 5 minute price closes above this area, then that's actually a good thing. I probably should have added another one here, but given my well, yesterday I had a really good day. I was able to catch that move, the afternoon session move. But today I'm taking it easy because the range is rather large. So again, I'm still with the idea that we might sweep this low, but I'm not willing to hold. I want this little gap here to remain open. Okay. Okay. All right. So we ran this low. So we ran this low on the higher time frame. Now we ran this low on the lower time frame. So now I would like for the price to return back up there. If price starts to stagnate, then I will consider this trade wrong. And again, we have a 3-bar pattern, so the odds are that they might work out. So we'll see. And oh yeah, here we did close above the 5-minute, so that's a good thing. So even if price comes down here, I still expect price to run higher from there. All right, let's take a look and see what price looks like on the 5-minute. All right, that's fine. All right, I'm not liking what price looks like right now. So let's put a stop down here. And it looks like I'm going to get stopped. The reason why I'm putting it down here is because it's right below this constant encroachment of this wick here. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, all right. Yep. No, I'm going to continue to holding. We don't have second stage SMT as of yet. Well, there really is no SMT. If I'm bullish, then I'll just stick to it. All right, there we go. Looks like we are getting a move back up. That's fine. All right, looks like I'm going to get stopped, which is fine. All right. Yep, definitely not liking that. And we are at consequent encroachment, so this should be the last low if price is bullish and if this setup is going to work out. If it doesn't, then I'm okay with that. I want to see this candle close up here. I want to see candle closes up here now. I don't want to see candle closes down here. All right, it looks like I'm going to get stopped here. All right, 40 more seconds. And I got stopped. All right, that's fine. All right, and I got stopped. Okay, very unfortunate. Now, what did I do wrong? I did not wait for price to close above this area, and give me 1 second here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I did not wait for price to close above this area. Instead, I waited for price to close above this area. So this is changing the state of delivery. So now we might get the reversal I was looking at, which is fine. I'll take another shot here if it does happen, because we are still bullish in my eyes because, again, we did close above this gap here, and that's a bullish sign. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I forget where it was. It was somewhere here. So I'll wait for the 5-minute now. And actually, we just finished the 10 o'clock macro. Yeah, we just finished the 10 o'clock macro, so I'm hands off until the 11 o'clock macro. Where's this thing? Yeah, so I'm hands off for the 10 o'clock macro. I'll wait now until the 11 o'clock macro, and if that one doesn't work out, well, if there is no clear setup on the 5 minute, then I'll wait until the 13:30 macro to see what price is doing at that time. But we are displacing lower, so technically this is right here. This right here is a rejection block. So we might want to target these areas if prices to draw higher after here. So let me just disconnect.